own here, huh?
Oh, you could try. We could take bets how long it'd be before they wrestled you to the floor.
You could try. Yeah, I don't think it would last long. A few minutes, maybe.
Yeah, you think your flight's delayed now? Wait till.
Well, Paul,
You figure your flight, you don't want your flight delayed, so I wouldn't be flying a drone around there.
no. I don't want to do that. I don't want to get arrested. There's not. It's raining. It's illegal. The list of reasons not to is.
Oh my God! Look who's Dan the man.
Hey, Dan, how's it going?
Where is he?
He's in the chat.
Oh, he's in the chat. I don't see the chat. Bloody Mary's almost gone. So if we're lucky, we'll get in at midnight.
Yeah.
And then how far is the drive back home?
20 minutes. Oh, you reminded me. I'll have to arrange an Uber, I think.
Oh, you're gonna Uber it?
Yeah, the car's not at the airport. Wow, it's been by.
Glad you're home safe and well. Well,
Hey, Birdman, David.
File.
I hear David.
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah,
Electric Country.
glad you're on the home soil, safe and well.
Electric Country in one piece.
It's not what I've heard. Apparently, London's in a mess.
Why? What's up with London now?
You didn't clean it up on your way out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, we were up.
Hey, Laura.
Oh my God.
Oh
we had
my
to
God.
we had to be at the
Hey,
airport in
Justin.
time for a
So,
flight that boarded at 7:20. So we had to leave 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's about time we kicked you out.
Roads were quiet.
Look, despite what Laura says, you're welcome to the UK anytime you like. Just don't bring Justin with you.
Oh, I know. He was just taking the piss out of me.
yeah, I'll
That was
tear it
wrong.
up over there. Don't get me started.
That's the point.
I'll go all taken on.
We
On London.
only allow respectable people into the UK. Sorry.
We'll probably be back. It was fun. We found a lot of non-touristy stuff to do, which was really cool.
Non-forestry?
What's up, Dan?
Non-touristy stuff. We did touristy stuff too. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, we found a lot of things that were like kind of like more locals didn't
Stuff
know
that
about.
local people would do.
Did you do any shopping or anything? Or
Not really. No.
oh, okay.
Yeah, local people in London don't shop. They steal.
Do they steal?
What's up, Tim?
Hey, Tim.
We didn't get to try Brumble Crumble. It makes me sad.
Tim.
Humble Crumble, I think it's called.
Uncle Crumple?
Someone's
You know what?
ringing.
Humble Crumble.
I don't know what that is.
Justin, I'm
Oh.
sending you a picture, but it's from David's stream.
Supposed to be pretty popular.
From my stream.
Yeah, that note thing I sent you earlier, that's actually from your stream.
Oh, right, yeah. Just share it, because just show people what the Zoom AI is like.
No. Because it's on my phone, not my computer.
I'm going to show you guys the airport while I'm talking. How about that? Let's see the airport.
Yeah, he's in Dallas, Fort Worth, right?
Yes.
So get this, Laura. Flying back home, he flew all the way from the UK. to Texas. Then he's going to get his flight, go back to New York.
Would you not have flown
yeah,
all the way to New York
We
from it?
we flew clear over basically the whole northeastern quadrant of the
fuck?
United States, all the way down to Texas for no good fucking reason. To hang out here for 4 hours.
4 hour layover to your flight back to New York.
How stupid is that?
Yeah, why didn't you go direct?
Can't, because we live in Syracuse and there's no Syracuse isn't a hub, so it doesn't work.
Wow.
Hey, TJ.
Well, I would have thought you still could have flown into New York Airport and then taken a shuttle back to Syracuse.
What I was thinking.
Iceland. We flew to Iceland. We went from JFK, Syracuse to JFK, JFK to Iceland, and then the reverse coming back, which
Big
worked out pretty well.
Tej. What's up?
Not so much this time. We usually fly in and out of Philly. So
Hey,
usually it's
TJ.
Syracuse, Philly. Hey, TJ.
Is Tim working today, Justin? Do you know?
Yeah, he's working today.
So
He
David,
said he might be
you,
off early.
you and Laura will have to go to Madison's over by St. Paul's Cathedral sometime.
Madison Square Gardens.
No, Madison's like right near St. Paul's Cathedral in London.
Why? What's there?
Very nice bar restaurant.
She's not going there.
Pretty chic.
You got the rise you wanted out of her, David.
Did I? What'd she say?
Yeah, it was an facial expression while she was looking down.
When I said she ain't
Oh.
going there.
We liked it. We thought it was cool.
Dominic,
She'll be lucky to go to Tim Hortons.
I've got a funny feeling our one's been delayed
What gives you that idea?
because it should be open already. Hey, Donald. Hey, Dominic.
Started to get really good at hopping between the Northern Line and the Jubilee Line too. Pretty much the only two we needed to get around central London.
Strange that, because normally it's the central line. Hence the name.
Yeah. I mean, between that and Jubilee, David, I mean, that's pretty much all you need.
Yay! It's pretty easy to get around London. The
Yeah,
problem
yeah,
is though, sometimes it makes you wonder. You can go get on the tube at one station, and it'll take you like 5 minutes to the next one, and then you realise it's only a 2-minute walk. You're like, how the bloody hell did you manage that?
I've walked one side of London to the other.
Good for you.
I died halfway.
Ooh, what?
how far is it across London?
Not far.
Well,
It
I
is
guess
when you
it
have to go around
depends.
all the buildings.
Yeah,
No.
I guess yeah, right. I think it
You
depends
see,
what mode of
you didn't walk
transport.
across London, Laura. You walked across Greater London. To walk across London, it'll take you about 20 minutes max.
What? No, longer than that.
No, because London is only a small area.
The actual London is only
The
a
actual
small-
London, the
Where-
city of
what-
London, is very small.
David, what's the boundary that forms the so-called city of London?
The city of London is the central London, round the Houses of Parliament, stuff like that. It's very,
Yeah.
very. It's actually,
That's it?
yeah, it's really, really small area.
So,
I mean,
in other
I'm-
words, when people talk about London, they're including the suburban areas.
Yeah, they're talking like places like Chelsea and Kensington and
Soho, Kensington,
Nah, it'd be only
Yeah.
the central business district
Chinatown, all
here.
that stuff.
That's what you call, and then you call
Even-
metropolitan
Even
suburbs.
Richmond, would Richmond count too, David?
yeah, Richmond's part of London, Greater
Yeah.
No,
London.
we've got a Richmond.
Everybody has a Richmond. Lori and I went down to Richmond for the afternoon. That was fun. Cool place. Then took the train back. It's so easy. As we got more comfortable in London with with public transit. It became easier and
Oh,
easier.
David,
to
I
get
can
one.
get this map up. I can actually show how small the city of London actually is.
Told you, it's very small.
Public transport.
Yeah,
Transit.
it just got
Go ahead
easier
and
and
share it, Laura, if you want
I'm
to.
just
Share it.
getting it up on the computer, so I had it up on my
Phone.
yeah.
Well, just let me know, Tom. Either way.
Let's get some.
Go off, Lord, I don't know where she went. You want to take a shower or something?
Number one, it's the city of London.
Yeah.
The rest is Greater London.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like only a little.
it's like a little dot in the middle.
Told you. And it has its own police force as well.
It does. City
Not
of
part-
London.
Yeah, it's
City
not
of
part of the
London Police
Metropolitan
Society.
Police.
Yeah, we've probably got a similar thing.
Even I couldn't believe how small it was.
Wow.
I can't believe you didn't know that, Laura.
There is 33 places that make up Greater London.
33 different municipalities, huh?
Hmm.
Or do you call them councils over there?
I'm gonna get my action 3 in a few
Yeah,
days.
towns and councils. But literally, they've all like been built and they've all merged into one. Which ends it where you end up with a Greater London area.
Yeah. Because
Got
we've basically got councils, but each of those councils have merged into LGAs, which is local government authorities.
Yeah, well, our local government authorities are like Lancashire, Yorkshire, East Yorkshire, South Yorkshire, Cumbria, Northumberland, all that sort of area.
Yeah, because we had each suburb was a council, and then they merged into a larger.
Tim, watch that short right there, Tim.
Over here, we have the town councils, which are like Wickford, Basildon,
Yeah,
Billericay. Then you have the big council, which is like the borough of Basildon, which incorporates Wickford and Billericay.
hmm
And then you have the local council, which is Essex Council, which incorporates Basildon, South, sort of they don't cover South End actually.
I would think that it'd be pretty confusing.
yeah.
And then you
yeah.
have your local MP, then you have your MPs, and then you have your government.
Yeah.
Sign up.
There's more people on the gravy train than there is room on the gravy train.
Yeah, we've got that too. Yeah,
And let's be honest here, if they could create a local housing council, a state council, they would.
yeah,
They could get away with it.
yeah.
Oh, did you see that short I posted? That was what I was talking about.
I'm gonna have a look at it in a sec. You got to look at the one I posted first.
No. Don't
Oh
do
my
it.
god, you're gonna get the troll comments on that one.
I already have.
If that's what you do
Read
it for.
them.
Is that the one about being normal for 30 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez. I'm going to start a second account up and post Laura's videos with my response going, please pay me to get me out of this.
you've got to do the green screen one where you point at things.
Yeah.
See if I can get the trolls to pay me to get away from her. You might as well make use of these trolls.
Yeah,
Hey,
You
that
gotta
was
bring the
yesterday,
troll.
Tim. I was playing on
bring the
Laura's live
trolls.
stream.
Oh, you yesterday.
Yeah.
Everybody thought I had gaming Tourette's. And now we've met the proper gaming Tourette's. Justin. Wow. I'm going to F your mother in a minute. Whoa. What? His Tourette's was so bad, I had to put a disclaimer on that I was not responsible for anything he said.
hmm
Yes, they're underneath
Oh, fun.
this side of the bed. I cannot get over.
Yeah. No, that was the kid that kept screaming in the mic.
Don't lie, you was talking to Laura.
But you can hear Laura and David after I said it in the background laughing. David was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, you nearly caused me to crash.
Oh, that reminds me. I just realised what the time is.
What's the time?
Time I did my blood pressure.
Okay.
So you don't have any of the nieces and nephews there?
Nope.
No, thank God.
Which
When
means
do they come again?
Friday, we've got the
Friday.
Saturday one.
we got the older one Saturday, Friday.
Oh, the one that's a handful.
Yeah. Laura version 2.
So that's Laura's little mini me.
Yeah. Oh no. Laura's the mini me because Hannah's actually taller than Laura.
Oh, is that right?
Everybody's taller than me. I'm used to it now.
Including Amber, who's 10. Yeah. The one we had at the weekend, Amber, she's 10 and she's actually taller than Laura now.
What?
Oh.
She's 5'4". Jeez.
That's short.
At 10?
At 10. She's not got a growth spurt on yet.
Shit.
Wait till she's 16 and even I'll be looking up to her.
Hey, Joe.
What the hell? On your own side of the road, maniac. Good job I spotted that then.
What's up, Mark?
Yep. Captain
Joe, how's it going?
How you doing, Captain Joe?
Mark.
Mark White's here.
Hi,
Refresh
everybody.
the chat.
Yeah. David's busy driving right now. He can't.
He's
Yeah.
always busy driving.
And just so everyone's aware that my stream earlier that was lagging like hell.
It turned out, I think it's either YouTube playing up or
YouTube, it was YouTube. Certain YouTube accounts are on a server that's been renovated. And unfortunately, I'm on that account.
Mine was buffering slightly earlier, but then it stopped.
Yes, apparently we're getting some new features in the coming days. So looking forward to that. Assassinate a troll. That'll be a great one. Where did Chuck go?
Probably to his plane.
Yeah, he's probably having a cocktail while he's waiting for his plane. He said his plane doesn't leave until 6 or 6:30.
Yeah, 6:30, I think. I can't believe they didn't have a flight that went to JFK or someplace.
Yeah, exactly. Why he ended up in Dallas, Fort Worth.
All the way to Dallas. Got a turn flight all the way back.
Hey, did you hear that, Justin?
Yeah, and that's the thing is sometimes things like that, maybe it makes sense to them why they've done it. But yeah, from our point of view, that makes no fucking sense. Maybe
No,
there's
he had a 4-hour layover in Dallas, Fort Worth.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did he go to Dallas though if he was going to which direction was he coming from? California direction?
No, he's
East
coming
or
from
West
the
Coast?
east,
From the UK.
from the UK.
Yeah, but which way was his flight? Did he come in on the West Coast
He came
or the
no,
East Coast?
came across. He flew over New York.
Oh,
No,
that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
He should have just come out and dropped and rolled.
Like I said, there may be a reason that makes sense to them why they did that. I don't know what it is,
It's
but
not. I don't think it was him that booked it. It was. It's just the way the flights went, I suppose.
Yeah, there's no telling.
I've seen my sister fly over to Holland, and something they figured it'd be cheaper to fly from Toronto right to Holland, but it was actually cheaper for her to fly from London to Toronto than Toronto to thing. It was actually cheaper.
That
Is she-
oh, so she went London to Holland.
Well, no, just London, Toronto, then Holland.
Oh, damn, Joe, be careful, man. Yeah, go to the ER if you're
So
worried.
that was she crisscrossed across the ocean.
No, like London to Toronto is a 40-minute flight.
Oh, London, Ontario. Okay.
Yeah. But
I
London
thought you were talking about London, England.
to Amsterdam, but it was cheaper than flying directly from Toronto to Amsterdam. It was actually cheaper for her to go on a plane in London. It just don't make sense.
Well, here's one for you. If you're traveling from London in the UK to Glasgow, the train goes direct. But it's cheaper to get a flight over to Amsterdam and then Amsterdam over to Scotland and quicker than it is to use the train.
No kidding, Ruff. Jesus.
I know, I looked into it, didn't I?
Yeah, a lot of football fans now, when they're going abroad, when they're going to games up north, they'll check if it's cheaper to go across to Europe and then come back.
So Joe said he might end up going to the ER tonight because he was playing around with his drone earlier. Started walking and had chest pains.
Yeah, don't mess around. Just go and get yourself checked.
Joe, yeah, take care of yourself, buddy.
When it comes to chest pains, don't mess.
That's not what you tell me every
It
time.
was
I do
already a
things.
crappy day today finding out about
Laura,
Mike. I don't want
that's
to hear about
because
somebody else.
the rule is do as I do, not as I say. No, do as I say, not as I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
my-
Joe. Joe,
my
we've
thing
already
was-
had enough bad news today with
Yeah.
Mike. We don't need another one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Take care of yourself, man.
yeah. Get yourself checked, mate.
Brian.
Laura, does David tell you that little phrase often?
No,
Oh,
Yes.
She would listen to him anyway.
No, Laura's on about me and my chest pain. She keeps
no,
going.
I've told you a few times I've had chest pains. You haven't said
Yeah, but
go to the hospital.
You've got a blood pressure machine, Laura. You can check it out. If your blood pressure is not high, you go to the doctors. If your blood pressure is high, you go A&E. And if it's my blood pressure, I just ignore it.
You
Mhm.
have been ignoring yours. You need to go doctors for yours.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
No, my blood pressure is high and it's been regularly high for a few years, so it's fine. I see it this way. You can only die once.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, Mark, when the last time. I'll have to go back in some of the live streams and see.
When's your follow-up appointment, Justin?
I already went to it.
No, how did it go?
They just had to readjust my medication a little bit. So cholesterol was a little elevated, not too bad though.
Too many burritos?
And then I have another appointment next week too as well. He wants to do one more follow up to make sure the medication's working and everything. Plus, I got to go in there and talk to her about my back because, fuck, man, back has been hurting so bad.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
Like I'm fine when I'm sitting or laying down, but when I start getting up and walking, like when I go
Yeah.
on my walks and stuff, if I'm up more than like 45 minutes to an hour, man, it just feels like there's like 200 pounds pushing down on my back. And it
Mm.
just hurts.
Now mine's more when I get up off the seat.
It's
if
my
I-
lower back.
Twist. Yeah. It's on my hip. If I twist at any minor angle, it feels like I've been stabbed.
Check your mattresses, your bed.
Mhm.
No. So we talked about this yesterday, Mark. Here, let me show you.
You have to scroll
Give
across.
You have
Hold
to
on, give me a
scroll
second.
across.
Oh, I see somebody's got a big Tim Hortons.
You betcha.
Ah,
And he didn't bring me one back.
Have fun.
Laura, you got 4 jars of it in the kitchen.
And I just got me bothered to get up and make one. Justin, that's the muscle being used that you haven't used for ages.
Mark White.
Ugh.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Okay, so let me do this. All right, so
Yeah, let
Mark,
us know how you get on, Joe.
what you
Good
do
luck, Joe.
is you go to YouTube. Okay. So let's go to my home page. Let's go to live streams. Let's go to down to just a random one here. And what you do is you see where the comment bar is. Let me pause that. You go over to the live chat, see?
Yeah.
Click on that and the live chat's right there. So anybody that's confused about that new setting, that's what it is. You got to scroll over on
there
your
it is.
phone. There you go. Easy tutorial.
Did you ever figure out how to get that?
Anthony!
How to get?
Hold
Hey,
on.
Anthony.
Wait for the kids to
What's up,
stop. Now,
guys?
what was that?
Did you ever figure out how to get that off of when I upload videos?
No,
fact checker.
it's there is no way of doing it at the moment.
Okay.
Give it about a month and we'll probably somebody, like I said, somebody will figure out something to get around it. It's just a matter of time. There's people always find loopholes and everything. So
Yeah, there's always got to be a loophole somewhere.
So what's up, TJ?
Not too much. I was out flying the Avata a little bit, but shit, that wind was whipping that thing all over the place. I had to come back in for a landing. I was like, shit, it's really windy out here. I was actually I was
Jesus, Mark.
flying through the guard shack, and the guy was staring outside. He was smiling, waving to the drone as it was going by. I should have had it on record, but I just wanted to fly through for a little while.
Hello, Star.
All right, Tim, we'll see you later.
Don't work too hard, Tim.
See you, Tim.
Catch you later, Tim. Stay safe.
Here
So
comes
he's
Joe.
done it. He's done at noon. He said he'd be back home. Justin,
Do what?
he said he would be done with work and home by noon.
He said maybe because they only got 3 cement trucks today and they're getting
Okay.
through them pretty quick. So he said he might be off early. I don't know. We'll see. I'll see
Hey,
later.
Joe.
What does Tim do exactly? Like what was
He's
like,
a traffic controller. So like the guys you see out there that do
Oh,
the
they're
stop
holding-
signs.
oh,
and then
yeah.
they
The
set up
lollipop,
cones.
lollipops and
oh
putting
yeah,
up
the big
all the-
lollipops, yeah.
traffic control management
Yeah.
sign.
You know all them
up, Joe?
all them road delays?
What's
That's Tim.
Yeah, he causes them.
Oh,
So you gonna go get checked out, Joe? We
I'm
don't
gonna
need.
have to.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't want another issue. One was
Well-
bad enough.
Well, I've been feeling good for 2 days. I went out there, like I
Yeah.
said, and I was flying, and I was going through a low pavilion, ripping it.
What's up, Brad?
And as I'm going through it, the wind kind of shifted a little bit, and I kind of clipped the pole, so that it went down in the sand, the Nevada. So I walked over there to get it, and when I got there, I was fine. Walking back, I got about 2/3 of the way back, so I was at about 500 yards, and I started feeling a little discomfort mid chest. Never did any
Yeah, got it.
radiation, but that's enough right there to tell me, okay, now I need to go get it checked because it's probably something where I need a stent.
Mm.
Oh
Question.
shit.
So
Serious question, but have you got any pain in your back around a similar area?
no.
Then you're not having a heart
Don't-
attack, that's for sure.
Well,
Yeah.
the only pain that I have other than right there when that happens is I feel a little bit of pressure in my chin. I felt a little bit.
What about in your
And that
arms?
was no.
Where-
I
was it
know what it's like to-
was it like numb and like tingly feeling?
No, it's like a sharp pain. You get like a sharp
Pain.
pain.
It's a little personal there,
Like
TJ.
feeling like somebody stabbed you in the heart.
Yeah.
It's what it is. It's a tightness, but it's you feeling a sharp pain, and it's like right here.
Oh yeah, like
Like
kind of like
this
in your
whole
heart
area
there.
right here
Yeah.
kind of feels like it's tightened up.
Maybe you can.
But I mean, I sat down in the car and I put everything away because I was finished then, and I started home, got home, I'm fine, I'm not feeling anything. I had to call into the doctor, and he told me, he said if before he told me to go to the ER if you need to, like that, and I got to call into him. I'm gonna see if he wants to do it in the morning, or he wants me to go tonight.
Last time you went and saw him for the same thing, did they advise you or suggest doing a stress test?
Well, no, he told me he wasn't doing a stress test. I had one scheduled, and he didn't want to take a chance that it could be something that the stress test would trigger. And so we have an angiogram scheduled for the 8th. And the reason it's so far out
Yep,
is
Curtis.
because of my schedule. This week, I've got team pictures on Friday. I've got a football game on Friday. I got a football game on Wednesday. I got a volleyball game on Thursday. So I've got to try to fit it around my schedule. Now, the Thursday and Wednesday, I don't give a damn about. Those they could do without me. But if I get in tomorrow for an angiogram Friday, I'll be okay. Because an angiogram is only like a 1 or 2 day deal, and then you go back to doing normal.
Right.
So it's probably, knowing my doctor, he wants to do it. It'll probably be in the morning. And he probably tell me if I start having more pain, then I'm not doing anything right now.
After listening
But he
to
said
that
if you-
schedule, has anyone actually told you to take it easy?
Actually,
That's a hell of a
I
schedule.
am taking it
It's a
easy.
valid point.
Actually, this is actually an easy one because usually it's 4 or 5 days a week. Now this week, like I said, Friday, I got team pictures at 1 o'clock, and I finished that about 4 o'clock, and then I've got to go straight to a game for 6 o'clock.
What's up, Curtis?
Yowzers.
Man, that seems like a pretty
Curtis.
quick schedule.
But I'm not passing up my team pictures. That's like $1,500.
Hey, how'd you get your Tammy Jean and Jasper coasters on your wall? Like, did you tack them up there, or you put some double-sided?
Double-sided tape.
Oh, there you go.
Double-sided tape.
That's pretty cool.
So DJI FPV controller 2. I flew with that today. I got
Oh,
the sticks.
I flew my Avata today too, but man, it's just been so windy the past couple of days, man. It's crazy.
well,
Well-
besides that, he's trying to get caught by the security guard.
Oh, I know that. I saw those flights.
He's got a security guard in a building, and he flies right underneath the awning and right by. Phew.
And the guy just stands there and waves to it.
Why not, Curtis?
Uh,
Well, the place I flew today out at Pelican Park, they've got it's like a little pavilion area where the bathrooms are and where the concession is. And about 2 weeks ago, I went flying there, and I was 30 miles an hour going through it. as I was coming through, the guy was coming out the bathroom. So that was kind of close.
That was a whoopsie.
Well, he must have heard it because he stopped and looked. But today that pavilion, the wind I was getting high wind warnings when I was going up like tree level. And that was at tree level, that's bad when you're getting high wind warnings. And so I brought it down and I'm coming back and I said, yeah, I'm gonna run through this one more time. And at one more time, I clipped it. Like I said, I mean, it went down quick. Wound up upside down in the sand.
So you had to go and get it?
Yeah, that's what did it. My front, the gimbal protectors right here.
Yeah.
One of them got bent all the way out. I had to take them off and fix them. But it's fine.
Do you have the
nothing wrong with it.
Did you get anybody to 3D print you some bumper guards?
I've got them. I don't like them.
Oh, why?
It doesn't make that much of a difference.
But like, what if you I don't know, bump into something or crash into something, and you have it protected?
Why don't you wrap it in bubble wrap?
Exactly.
Yeah,
wrap it in bubble wrap and don't fly it, and then you won't break it.
Yeah, just leave it on the shelf. That's what TJ does.
Just leave it
The
on the
thing is,
shelf.
I don't leave mine on the shelf. I fly mine.
Look,
DJ, when it comes to protecting drones, I think you might be the last one to listen to. You just drop one into the sea.
Yeah. Well, I
don't
know what happened though. Like, it wasn't my fault though. Like, I don't know. There could have been
40% battery. Yeah, that's not your fault.
Yeah, 25% battery flicks off and flies out 6 miles.
Now, hold on. To be fair, you guys keep lowering the percentage every time you get on them.
It was 40%, I believe.
Well, no, because normally I'll bring it back when it gets to maybe like 15 or something. Like
15, he flies to 15%.
Well, no. When I see that the battery's getting low, like I'll bring it back. Like, oh, I'm getting low battery. You need to bring it back and put a new one in there, a fully charged one.
No, I have a
Paul,
oh, go ahead,
Paul said 15%. He looked like he got nervous. I had the Mavic 3 at 7,400 feet over water at 30% and lost connection. I looked at it and I said, now I looked at it to telemetry and it looked like it was coming my way because numbers were moving, but I wasn't getting any visual. I said, well, you know what? I'm going to trust in DJI. I'm going to just keep bringing it back to me. And then if it loses the connection, it should come back anyway. And when I got it back to me, I still had 18%.
Hey, Curtis.
I'm here.
Curtis.
Evening, Curtis.
Upload again.
Curtis.
Well, the thing of it is what he didn't tell you, Joe, was he put it up there and he was low on battery and he saw something else he wanted to fly. So he says, oh, well, I can go over and do that too.
Yeah.
Oh, I know that feeling too. I had a Air 2S at Mandeville Harbor and I brought it back and I had 22% as I was bringing it back and I got it right to me. And I said, well, I'm going to do a droning real quick just to end it. And I still got battery. And I set it up, did the drone, he waved at it. It starts leaving and he gets out and it says, critical battery landing after it's over the water. I said, oh no, brought it right back to me.
Well, you'd be in DJI. Why didn't it come back anyways? If it was low battery, usually it forces it.
Yeah, what setting do you have it at for return to home? 25%, 30%?
It's 25.
PJ, what percentage do you have yours set at to return to home?
0.
Maybe he hasn't said it.
But I get up there and he'll tell me it's going to return home and I'll look at where I'm at. And if I say, well, no, I don't need it to return home, I'll go ahead and cancel it and get it back to me. The only time I let it return home is when I'm kind of like if I'm out by the lighthouse and I know I'm at about 28% or something like that, then I'll say, I'll just let it bring it home because it's going to get home better than I can get it home.
Or you could be Philly Drone Life and, oh, I've got 2% battery left. I could go fly another skyscraper.
No, not me.
Why not?
So Curtis, how's your editing going? Did you get part 2 done?
Part 2 has been done. I tried uploading it last night, and for some reason the upload failed, and it is taking forever. I started it again this morning at 6:37, and it's only at 52%.
Wow.
YouTube is out. Are you uploading to YouTube because they're having serious problems with servers? They're adding some features apparently.
Well, it's like 4K footage, and it's 50 minutes long, but yeah, let me check and see where it's at right now. It is 56%.
Well, what's your upload speed?
I don't know. I ain't gonna touch it right now. I want this thing done.
Yeah,
Do you
you've
know
been
what
working
your-
on that for a while.
You don't know what your average upload speed is? Like 300,000?
Not off the top of my head,
Yeah.
but I can show you guys some previews if you want to see them.
Sure.
Sure. All right. Let me see here.
Let me do this. Share screen. Share sound. Optimize video clip. Share.
Proceeding on.
So in this section right here, we're on the what would be the upper wing, the one that's still up, has the tire under it, and we're fixing to go down under the wing and check out the tire. That's the motor mount.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead and go forward a little bit more.
Let me get over closer to the
There you
wing.
go. That's what
I was kind of speeding up, getting to the parts. It's cool.
Right.
See that
If
shiny
anybody
thing
sees
back
me
there?
crash, it's because I'm watching Curtis's video.
There it is. There it is. There it is.
right in front of you. The stainless steel is still bright. That's still glowing.
Okay, keep your eye on my tether. I don't want to get caught on
Okay.
anything. Look at that.
That sucker is huge.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean, take a look, Jim. I mean, I don't think so. I think it's still full. I mean, part of it is buried in the sediment, but
Everybody just went silent on me.
Yeah, that's just like wow.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That was what you were talking about. The tires don't really lose the pressure.
You know, I don't know. I'm no expert on any of this stuff as far as the condition under there, but yeah, that thing looked like it still had air in it. It went down in 1956.
You'd thought it lost its pressure by then, wouldn't you?
You would have thought, yeah. The old saying, they don't make them like they used to.
Mhm.
Yeah. That looks well preserved as well.
Now, did the pilot make it out of that plane, or is the pilot
Yeah,
still in there?
there's some so first of all, don't ever trust the Dan, cool attire. Don't ever trust the internet for what different websites are saying and stuff. But the story that generally is being told was
Wifey just got home, so we'll see y'all later.
So generally, the story that was told was it was launched. It's not a new plane. It's a plane that's been around for a while. The B-24 Consolidated, I think is what it's called. It's a Navy bomber plane. It's used to hunt submarines off the Pacific coast, Japanese submarines. But anyway, they took off from the south end of Lake Washington, which at the time was the Boeing field, and apparently the pilot didn't set the flaps, so they never were able to get about 10 feet above the ground or above the water on the lake. They flew north, and at the north end of the lake is a huge amount of property out there with houses and stuff. Plus, it's also short. They call it mountains. I call them hills. And he wasn't going to clear those. So between him and the tower, they decided to go ahead and ditch the plane. And they already had boats in the water on the north end. So They popped the top. They landed the right landing gear facing, if you're facing forward, whatever side that would be, if you're facing forward, the right landing gear came off and is supposed to be 200 yards behind it. There is a debris field back there. We kind of take a look at it for a second, but then we get up to the plane and start exploring that. And then it went into the water. They got out the top hatch, jumped on the boats, and the plane went down. Nobody died. 3 people.
And how
Co-pilot.
deep was that, Brian wants to know?
It was it's at 152 feet. The top of the stabilizer is 128 feet, to give you an idea how tall it is. And we climb all the way up that stabilizer too. The interesting thing about it, if you're plane bluff, was a lot of people know the B-24 Lancaster, which is a UK plane, and it had the double stabilizers in the back, the double rudders.
Yeah.
Well, this was abandoned because they wanted a tighter turn, from what I understand. So they went with a super tall stabilizer on this one and just a single rudder. Again, just stuff I'm reading on the internet.
Yeah, there ain't many Lancaster bombers left.
Yeah.
I think there's only 2 flight worthy now.
I think you're right.
Well, this one's not. I can tell you that.
Yes. I think I worked that one out, actually. Yeah.
You mean it ain't just parked there, ready to go?
Yeah.
There are
A little bit of restoration. It'll buff out.
No, there are a couple guys though that actually fly like the old B-17s and stuff.
So this is kind of interesting. You don't see this every day. This is an observation bubble. They have 2 of them on the side of the plane. It looks like a big eye. This actually would rotate up, and the guy that's in here would be exposed, but he would be. They would have one on each side of the plane, like I said, and they would be looking down, looking for submarines.
Yeah, it was kind of like the bubbles in the B-17s that had the gunners.
Well, there's some gunners on here too, and I'll show you guys that here in just a second. But we thought this was kind of cool.
Oh, how big was that plane?
I'll show you an artist rendering here in just a minute.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. We'll go up here and
My pick's locked on PointsBet. You betting?
I'm going with Toronto tonight.
Okay.
trying to find this spot real quick. Tell me this doesn't look like something out of a Star Wars helmet. That's the tail gunner.
Oh yeah, definitely. So guns there, 250 cals.
Yep.
Now, how many feet down is that?
So the 152 is the floor. The top of the rear rudder, the stabilizer, is 125 feet.
Do you know what year that crashed?
Yeah, it's 1956. In fact, for Dominic will love this.
B-50 caliber Browning, more than likely.
The valor of our air crews overseas and
Hey, Dominic, remember this?
home as they continue to carry the torch of freedom and democracy in this crucial hour of history. Brave Allied bomber crews are carrying out a landed into Lake Washington, striking fear into the hearts of the Nazi regime. Our intrepid pilots aboard their flying fortresses have been executing daring daylight bombing raids, bringing the fight directly to the enemy's doorstep.
Yeah, a little smaller than a B-17. B-29.
The 8th Air Force are on a relentless mission as waves of bombers pound enemy targets below.
There's 2 stories. The second one's coming up.
The roar of engines, the smell of gunpowder. It's a symphony of courage and determination.
And then here's the actual story.
And closer to home, a brave American bomber crew faced incredible odds when their aircraft crash-landed into Lake Washington. Thanks to their swift response and the bravery of the bomber crew, all on board survived, demonstrating the resilience and determination of our fighting men and women, even on the home soil.
Anyway.
About a month after I was born.
Mm. Came out
What do you
well.
guys think? You like it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I watched a deal that who's the guy? Damn, I can't think of his name. He dove on the Bismarck. He's a big director, movie director, James Cameron. And at the beginning of it, he showed a old war news thing, and I thought, oh, I could do something like that. So I just made up my own war news story, but the date is correct and all that stuff. And it's just an artist rendering of what the actual plane looked like. Let me see if I can find.
Have you found any family or friends of people that were on board that plane?
The last guy there were 3 people that were on it. The last guy that was on the plane died like 5 years ago.
Okay. That would have been nice to have him telling the story.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Problem though, man, those people are getting less and less every year from that era. That's why so many documentarists are out there trying to get as much stories.
There's the plane. That's what it looks like. You see the little eye bubble back here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a gunner on the top, or a tail gunner, and then a forward gunner. Probably one on the bottom as well.
Was it a 5-man crew? Pilot, co-pilot, bombardier, and
I don't know specifically.
Well, I mean, just count how many guns there are. There's one on the bottom. There's 2 visual domes on the side.
I don't think there's one on the bottom. I think there's one in the back, one in the front, one on top, and then they have these 2 windows here on the side.
And most likely you do have a bombardier, and then a pilot and a co-pilot, possibly an engineer as well. Back then they had like 3-4 people just to pilot one plane. These days you don't have to have that many people. Probably 8 or 9 people on one plane.
Mark White said, yeah, but 1956 was 11 years after the war ended.
Yes. No, the war was over with. So there's no
What's
gun.
that hanging under the wing of that one?
I think they're doing using it for a test launch.
Because there's another one under the other wing. So
yeah.
We'll see what that was. That was Soviet. That was Cold War era testing right there.
No, this was definitely used in the war, but it didn't crash during the war. See if I've got a better representation.
That was a dangerous job, man, being in one of the bombers back then. They'd send like 100 bombers, and you were lucky if 30 of them made it back.
So this is an artist rendering, and it shows 2 Top Gunners. We did find a hatch here, and there are a couple of hatches right here, but we didn't see this. And this shows this as a gunner's window, but in what we're reading, it was an observation platform. They would literally have a guy stand here, and he would be looking out, and if he needed to look straight down, he could raise this thing up.
I'm wondering if it was like they probably had some that were used for gunners and then some that were for the submarines.
Okay,
like
Laura.
You could use them either way. What's up, Laura?
Laura's leaving.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's left the building.
Yep.
Laura has left the building.
Good, now we can talk.
Somebody
about
change
it.
the locks.
Lock your bedroom door, David. We need to talk about Laura.
I am now at 58% on my upload.
What was
I wish
that?
you'd hurry up.
Oh God, she's back.
Well, if you read, I did say I was going to annoy everybody through your mic.
You don't need the mic to annoy everybody.
Throwing shots. What's up?
Check your messengers.
Mark.
Check your
Yeah,
messengers.
Mark,
Check your messengers.
Mark, it was after the war ended. You are correct.
Great. If you don't hear from Laura again, it's because she died.
It was a silent death.
That was cold blooded.
That is cold blooded.
She's trying to put me off by turning my chair while I'm driving. Oh, you fucker.
So that whole thing is like 49 minutes long that we were down there. Yeah. We had 4 ROVs in the water. We sent 2 of them down first. And while they were down, we had a third guy that sent the other 2 down and stationed them and down at 120 feet. And then we swapped out. He took over the 2 that were on the bottom and started surfacing them. But we decided to leave them also at 120 feet in case we needed to rescue the 2 that were down there on the plane. I mean, there's a lot of stuff hanging down when we go up underneath the wings and stuff. Just like the motor parts and stuff that are just kind of hanging there. So we were kind of concerned about getting caught up. But yeah, we had a pretty good dive.
Hey, Jody.
Hey, Jody, drone shots.
What's up, Jody?
Evening, Jody.
Huh? Not that one, no.
Well, you're getting pretty good at that underwater stuff.
Well, we had a little mishap today. I can tell you that. We're gonna find the robot dog decided to take a dip.
Ooh.
Website says he's waterproof.
How'd you recover him?
He didn't go fully in the water.
Yeah, throw this away.
There was
don't throw it away.
There was
put
a
it
little
off to the
step
side
right
for
there, and he got caught in the step and kind of lost his balance and went over, and then there was a little incline that went down, and then he went into the water from there. But the water is only like that deep.
Oh, okay.
But it is salt water. So I rinsed him off real good and came back, checked the website, and yep, it's waterproof. So I'm thinking we're okay. I'm thinking.
And who was that? Sorry, my daughter was
Robot dog.
Oh,
Yeah.
the robot dog went in.
Robot dog went swimming.
Went for a drink.
Waiting. He went waiting. We just reached down and picked him up real quick. He was in for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I would assume it has some kind of waterproofing. I mean,
Well,
because
the
they're going to
website-
expect people to use them in the rain and shit, you know?
The website shows him fully immersed underwater, carrying 40 pounds of weight. I'm pretty sure we're okay.
Yeah, no, so.
But no, it was just a surprise of, oh, wait. Oh.
So I did it again.
Well, he lost his footing.
Yeah. Well, there was nothing. So he would have. There was a sidewalk with just a small bumper on either side of it. It's a jogging trail, actually. And one side leads over to the ocean. The other side leads to a parking lot. And I'd been on the other side and I'd went up against it. And he just puts his feet up there and just kind of stumbles for a second and gets his footing. Well, on the other side, there's nothing to step on. So he lost his footing and kind of rolled over a bit. It'd be fine. Let him dry out. I rinsed him off real good and let him dry out, and then we'll fire him back up, make sure everything works.
Well, if you had a big enough refrigerator, you just put them in there overnight and let them suck out all the moisture.
Cold. What's the temperature on that?
Well, yeah, we did. I'm really proud of what we did. That was really pretty cool. 150 feet underwater is nothing to laugh at.
Yeah.
I know a couple divers that have gone down there, and they were like, "Man, the mask on my face was killing me after 10 minutes because of the water pressure." And we were down there for almost an hour. So, and my upload is 60%. Yay!
Yay!
It might get done before today's over.
Oh, nah.
And if people like it, we'll go out and do some more of those. Otherwise, we're going to go find more phones. If nobody likes it, then I won't do it again. It's pretty risky, actually. Especially
Well,
when
what are you getting more views on finding phones?
I'm not getting
Or
views
what?
for anything, actually, to be honest with you. My music channel does great. This one's kind of lame. I don't think people are really interested.
Like Justin Shannon.
It's like Justin's show.
I don't know. I don't know if people are interested or not. I mean, my other let me see where am I at here?
Do we need to compare stats there, Laura?
Yeah.
The part one
Somebody
that I
got
just
quiet.
did and I uploaded yesterday's only got 125 views. The Lime scooter that we rescued, 205 views, and that was a month ago. It's like, we gonna think people don't care about the underwater stuff.
Well, I mean, you get these cool toys and everything, and you would think more people are interested in stuff, and it just, I guess, I mean, it seems like RC stuff, and it seems like anything just doesn't seem to get real good views on YouTube. I don't know.
Well, it depends on what kind of value you're giving people. Do people see value in watching it? You know, are they getting something out of it? Are you teaching them how to do something? That's really where things really come in, and YouTube is really useful. I mean, that's kind of what I use it for.
How-to library.
Yeah.
You have all my
Yeah, they got that girl right now that's doing all them video shorts from Burning Man. I see real value in that.
Yeah, now they're claiming that a
everybody's
lot of
doing
them
it
are.
now.
Now they're claiming a lot of them are green screen though, because
They look
some
green
video,
screen.
video people have been looking at them real close and finding inconsistencies in the videos. Plus, some of them she was posting, she said she was at the Burning Man, but yet there was like woods around her, and it was like, dude, you were out in the middle of salt flats. There is no
all
woods
I can
out there.
say, I'm gonna say something about this. Who cares about if it's a green screen or not? I'm not looking at the green screen.
I
Yeah,
didn't
but
notice the background.
I've seen her
You're
enough
gonna
already.
nitpick about the green screen.
But,
Yeah.
but I've seen enough of
No
her already.
comment.
It's getting old. And two, if you really want to go see her, just go hit up Pornhub and see
Yeah,
all
I
the cool
know.
videos you want.
Who are we
Because
talking
Matt
about?
found out she was actually a porn star.
Who are we talking about? I haven't seen these. That hadn't shown up in my feed.
Catherine Rodriguez.
Yeah, the girl that does all the boys bring my milkshake to the yard, and she's dancing at the Burning
Yeah,
Man
it's
competition.
been a YouTube Shorts trend for about
Haven't
the
seen
last
it.
week.
Hold on.
And then
Yeah, pull one up and show them.
I'll go to Matt's channel and pull the one up you
Yeah.
did.
I guess I'm not.
the one in
with
the red
her.
dress.
She doesn't show up
to
in
give
my
him
feed.
a few more views.
It's this one here.
Yeah, keep her off my feed.
It's this one right here.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah, there's
All
just
I'm going to say is, I'm not looking at the green screen.
You're looking at Matt.
yeah, exactly. You sick bastard.
No, Tim would be looking at Matt.
But no, they're like there was one where she was dancing and there was woods behind her, and I was like, where they did the Burning Man, there is no woods. So where all those trees came from, I don't know. It didn't make any sense to me.
The ones that are coming out today, she's in the gym working out and everything else.
Yeah, now she's just playing on the trend. She's gonna ride it as
Yeah,
long as she
now
can.
she's just going to ride the
she can
gravy
play.
train.
Well, she's a girl. What can we say?
What's up, kid?
Yeah, it's pretty easy to do.
And I like I said, I get so tired. Like, dude, if I want to see hot girls, I'll just go to Pornhub. I don't need to scroll through YouTube shorts. I got to the point now where I see that kind of crap, I just keep going. I don't even bother with it no more. It's good. It's old after a
Yeah,
while.
there are some that show up in my feed. This one girl is I don't know why she keeps doing it. It's the same thing. She says she likes 3 inches. That's all she does.
Oh yeah, the young blonde chick. Yeah, she keeps
Yeah.
popping up in mine too.
I
She's the
blocked
one-
that channel. I said, I'm tired of hearing this. I mean, if she'd at least do something different,
Well, the thing is she's bullshit too.
Oh yeah, not even cute.
Yeah, we've all got different tastes, my boy.
That one you're talking about, she was actually on the Wisconsin volleyball team that when they won the championship, they took some revealing pictures in the locker room and it went viral. It leaked and everything went viral, and then they wound up getting the championship taken away from them and everything.
You want the blonde chick?
Yeah.
Oh, she's making that up. She said she got fired from Walmart too because people looked up her website. She's promoting OnlyFans. Is all she's doing.
Oh, she's making money.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I just don't need to see it. But yeah,
Anytime I'm ready to
I
see some hot girls, I'll just go to Southeastern football.
There you go.
Shoot them.
When I want to see a hot girl, I'll just put Laura in the oven.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying there's so many free sites. So if you're really that interested in looking at women that much, you can go to and you can see them with nothing on all day long for free. When I'm watching YouTube shorts, I want to see like comedy stuff. I like watching when mechanics are doing some kind of fix it thing. I don't really care about all that other crap, dude. I don't.
Yeah, but if you can get two of them, if you can watch, the whole, mechanic thing, but if it's a hot chick doing a mechanic thing, you're on one site, not two.
But my
That's
whole
a
thing
win-win.
though is I just don't like giving people views that put out bullshit content and put no effort into it.
Yeah, there was one girl that was
Unfortunately, that's the
cleaning
way.
her dad's tools. Her dad had passed away, and she'd found all these old carving tools from a cabinet maker and stuff, and she was cleaning them up. And she was doing, obviously, she was really doing it. But the way she was dressed, I was like, okay, you just ruined it for me. It's like, if I want to get aroused or whatever, or look at a hot chick, no, stop.
Oh yeah, was it the one that was wearing the overalls and had no bra on and all that stupid crap?
Yeah, she had on a midriff shirt and had the under boob thing going on. It's like, yeah, we don't need that.
Sorry, I have to use extra.
I clicked on it to see about the tools, and I thought, classic tools and working with classic woodworking tools. I thought that would be interesting, but no.
Well, like I said, it was all fun at the beginning, but now it's just there's so many of them doing it. It's just it's old. And then it's like they put no effort into their videos.
By the way,
But it gets
Mudball is
used,
unique.
so it's
Mudball is unique. He has E inches. I don't know what E is. It like F inches or R inches, or is that a new?
He's like, go get the tape measure. This time I decide where the base is. No, but it's like YouTube Shorts is turning into like a freaking
an ad for OnlyFans.
Yeah, like a PG-13 OnlyFans, and it's just like, oh God, Jesus! Like, take that shit back over to TikTok. No, Dominic's just not going to take our side on that.
I'm sitting right in the middle. I'm saying if you can do low effort and get views, why not?
I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, I agree.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing. I'm not for or against either side.
What I'm going to say is,
do it.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is, what the hell have you guys been watching for your algorithm to give you that sort of shit?
Someone sent me
it's part of the homepage. It's just a random stuff that shows up.
Yeah, but someone sent me a short, and the name of the thing was Coco. And I watched one short, and suddenly everything that comes up.
Yeah, but you do know if you
similar to
don't
that.
watch it and just scroll straight down, it takes it out of your algorithm, don't you?
Well, YouTube's
I
algorithm.
try not to watch it, but for research purposes,
Oh,
I'm
Jesus,
trying
here
to
we go.
watch it to understand why they're getting the views for.
So that he can come on here and correctly explain what is going on. Dominic has taken one for the team.
So I know that that's how they get views.
That was the most bullshit answer I've ever heard, Dominic.
You know what? I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I don't care.
Hey, take one for the team, Dom.
But it's a research thing. You've got to know how to get the views.
Oh my god.
I still like the homeless thing you were doing. You should have capitalized on that. Get up in the morning, put your solar powered thing out, and charge your drone up.
Yeah,
but that's when the internet would start sending him thousands of dollars because they think he's homeless.
Right.
And it'd be a big old YouTube scandal.
We got a guy up here that gets millions of views, and all he does is take his drone and fly it up and down Aurora Avenue looking at the prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to him. He goes, I'm advertising for you.
Got a plan.
And he does it live. He's like, oh, yeah, here's this blonde over here. Let's go say hi to her. And she waves at him. I was like, really? I've talked to him and said, dude, please stop flying over the street. Please, please. He's crashed 2 or 3 drones. He don't care.
If he's getting, as I said, if he's getting the views.
He's getting the views.
It's all about the views.
I guess he's getting money here. But
so we looked that up as blonde hooker on Ventura Avenue drone.
Right.
Yeah.
Aurora Avenue.
Aurora Avenue.
Aurora.
Yeah, in Seattle.
There you go. Have something to watch in a hospital.
Yeah.
And we got a lot of guys that drive around in their cars and been doing it. And this guy decided he was going to do it with his drone. There's a few girls that get upset with him, but most of them are just waving at him and they'll start shaking their butt or whatever.
Okay.
Should I be worried? Laura's gone quiet.
Yeah, I'd worry about that.
What's she buying?
Well, good luck with that because I've got no money. Payday's not till Tuesday.
I had to mute that a little while ago because my Pomeranian Chihuahua was laying right here on the side, and the Pomeranian was trying to come in the back, and she was daring him to pass. He'd look over at me and bark at me because every time he started to take a step, she'd look at him and just show teeth.
Hey guys, I'm going to jump off. My upload is slowing down. I'm wondering if maybe on here live is
Okay, because of the internet.
Catch you later, Curtis.
Hey, Curtis.
All right, guys. Hopefully, I'll have this up by tomorrow. Who knows?
Okay.
Thanks for sharing.
All right,
See you later.
God, I hate
she's
this.
real protective of me.
Dark early.
Gonna get worse next week.
Yeah.
It's already started here.
You lose daylight saving. Yeah.
No, read this. Watch this right here, Joe. You'll get a kick out of this. So you read the title there, right?
Right.
Where is my beautiful sister?
It's about right. Yeah, they all look alike.
Oh man!
If you look at like Alabama's dance team, every one of those girls looked like the same girl.
Oh, this was the one that Curtis was talking about right here. Matter of fact, right here.
But I do know how to make a man happy, and that's to cook for him, clean for him, and let him use all 3 of my holes whenever and wherever he wants them.
That was the girl he was talking about.
Yeah, that's the girl I'm talking about.
Yeah, she's been all over YouTube.
I'm not going to mention.
And when she
the person that sent it to me,
she said about being on the volleyball team, I went and researched it. I went and looked, and sure enough, she was one of them. They had pictures out there. Everything you couldn't find a leaked pictures to covered up pictures, but there was some. They were doing some crazy things.
Well, you got a talent, you got to use it.
Yeah.
That's what I tell everybody when I'm shooting pictures of the girls at Southeastern. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I said, if you got a talent, you got to use it and exploit it.
And I get
stay
and
on
I
the
get
gravy
paid to do
train
it. So.
as long as possible.
Yeah, about 25 years ago, let's see, it might have been longer than that, 26, 27 years ago. I was single at the time. Say she's 28. It was longer than that, 30 years ago. Actually, it's longer than that. It's 35 years ago. I'm trying to think the marriage time. But before I met my wife, I was they had a place called Denim and Diamonds, which was a little nightclub. And I went in and they had Simply Irresistible wet t-shirt contest, about 6 or 7 things. So I went in there and marketed myself real quick, did a video. So they paid me to do their videos every night.
Well,
and you're talking about perks. But that was a fun event. They paid me $100 a night to do their videos 5 nights a week.
Wow.
Holy shit.
What have I missed?
Hold on. I was just scrolling through the shorts. Watch this.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I seen that one.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking car.
If you're in the right place at the right time, that's the short that'll go off.
Oh my god, dude, that car slammed into that house.
Yeah,
how
what-
fast were they going
That's Chicago.
in Missouri?
Good.
Good God.
The wonder speed it didn't go right through the house.
That makes you, they were fucking hauling ass because that was just like, at first, and when you first see it, you can't tell it's a car until it slows it down a little bit the second time. You're like, holy shit, that thing was going.
Hey, Justin, you going to be on here for a while?
Yeah, you're good. Why?
I got a ship coming down. I'd like to kind of go get maybe.
Yeah, just make sure
'cause I'm
somebody's
only
a
here for another
co-host
5
or something.
minutes.
Well, everybody's on here as a co-host.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys don't mind, do you?
No,
Go for it. If you're going to get a ship, go for a ship.
Oh man, I don't know. My old bones.
Yeah.
Oh my God, watch this short. And then explain me the. So watch what this guy's doing right here on the side. He's like, yeah, I'll just sweep a little of the water out there. And then watch this person down here. Like, why are you trying to walk up that?
What were they thinking?
They weren't.
No.
And then, of course, yeah, there's all these people run out there for the rushing water. I love the guy that was trying to sweep the water away from the store. He's like,
Yeah.
oh my God. Oh,
Yeah, you don't want to go.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Well, I know she does, but the problem is getting her in the truck.
Yeah.
Stands there and looks at the ramp and looks at the ramp and looks at the ramp and looks at the ramp.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Hey.
how'd your flight go anyway today, Joe?
It went good. I actually, like I said, I used the sticks for the first time instead of the motion controller. And the reason I did, I think it was a show I was on with you or somebody, that they were saying that with the sticks, if you leave your left one alone, it's not going to change altitude. Because I was talking about being close to the ground with the motion controller, and they said, yeah, it's a lot easier. And I never thought about it. I said, well, that was interesting. So I bought them. and I was going 32 miles an hour, about 6 inches off the ground. And as long as I didn't touch that stick, it wasn't moving.
Oh yeah. It's gonna hold its
And
altitude.
that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. But like I said, I went through this. The wind was starting to pick up, and I noticed it. And it had some soccer teams coming out. It was out by the playground, by the soccer and everything. And they had that one little bathroom pavilion type thing. And I'm coming back. I went through it 2 or 3 times, and then I said, "Well, I don't need to go through it again. I've been through it. I'm gonna go through it again." And I had it opened up going through at about 32. And that thing drifted just a little. When it hit, I saw the drip. It drifted over, and when I went to compensate, I didn't compensate fast enough, and it just tapped one of the poles, and then it just went head on into the concrete on the side, and went flipping. I haven't seen the end of the video. It might be a good short.
Yeah.
But it wound up upside down in the sand.
Oh wow.
So I've got these caps on it that keep the stuff from getting in the motors and everything else. So it feels like they're okay. I don't feel any grip. And I turned it on a little while ago and everything works. So that's a good sign. As long as that works, I'm good. It did bent. One of these was bent. I had to take it off and fix it. But well, I wouldn't have had these gimbal protectors. I would have broke this camera a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because I'm going head on 30 miles an hour into a park bench with these things.
Well, what I find stupid is is how they limit your speed with the motion controller. I think you should have full unlockability no matter what you're using on that thing.
Well, I want to go in the manual with the manual with the full manual.
Uh-huh.
I want to open it up, but I want to find out first. I don't want to put it. I don't care about doing the flips, but I'd love to see it go 60 miles an hour. But I don't want to have to worry about the left stick or the front or right stick. If it's, I think when you go full out with it, anything you stop isn't going to work. So you're going to have to be flying the whole time.
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to take that
actually,
chance. Yeah.
If it's the same as the POS, I think don't you have to take a screw out of the
Justin, you're now
stick to
host.
drop it?
Yeah, that's for the flips.
Yeah.
You're
But you have
host.
to-
You're the
okay.
host now, Justin.
All right, but don't you have to do that for manual or to go into full manual though?
No.
Regardless.
No, you can leave it where it springs back to the middle, like that. And they say some people even fly full manual with the spring tightened. But it works better if you don't have it tight.
So when are you going to try that out?
I don't know. I put it like this. I got to get my heart fixed first.
And just make sure
I'll be
you're
up there and start
big-ass
flipping that
open
thing.
field.
I don't know where the hell it's at.
And you just want to make
Well,
sure
they had
you're in a big open field too. Go to one of those.
Well,
schools
I was
where
on a
those-
couple of soccer fields today, and they have a little gulch that's on the side that they use for drainage. And I flew over it before, and it was always really kind of nothing in it during the summertime. Now it's starting to get overgrown. It's actually got fall colors in it. It's kind of funny, the difference in the colors. And I went flying just above that a few times today, and it was more exploring to see what was back there. And they had wildlife back there and everything. They had a couple of egrets. They had one big snowy heron, one of the big ones, and I must have buzzed him 3 times. I'm glad he didn't take off. But the other day I missed the opportunity, and I don't know why I didn't go do it. That fishing pond that was at Fontainebleau Park last week, that found a little alligator, and they had a 5 foot they were going to take out the next day. I should have called and tried to find out what time they were doing it and then brought the drone out and got that footage.
Hey guys, I'm gonna take off. I gotta
do the same thing
for a while again. So
catch you later, Paul.
Later, Paul.
I'm out as well.
Later.
I put flyers in my model railroad, so I'm gonna keep moving along here. So, anyways, guys, see you later, eh?
Catch you later. Bye, Dominic.
Bye bye.
And then there was 3.
Well, yeah, 3. I guess Paul don't
Three
count.
and a ghost.
What's funny is when both Pauls are on the live stream, and then you come on to the live stream while they're live, and both chairs are empty. Nobody's to be found for like 2-3 minutes.
I saw that the other day.
Oh, I've come on the live stream tons of times, and I get in and I'm not paying attention. I'm talking, and I look up, and there's nobody there. I'm like, what the hell?
I actually like the way Paul ends. Goodbye.
Yep.
He said, okay, all y'all in the chat.
So we'll see you, and then just cuts out. It's like, when, damn it.
He does it a lot.
Oh man.
The highlight of the show is when he's getting off and when he comes on and has to fix something.
Oh yeah. That happens a lot. What?
Yeah, I was going to actually fly the Mavic 3 today also out there. I was going to try to get a full mapping of the whole area because it's a real big recreation center. I think it's 200 acres.
That's
how big it is. Yeah, because they've got like 20 soccer fields, but like 15 softball and baseball, pickleball, whole bunch of stuff.
So did they ever figure out that car that was following your son?
No, they did actually. He got a license plate, called it in, and it was a stolen vehicle. Like that, it was 2 guys, and the stolen vehicle out of New Orleans. So, but the reason he was concerned about it more than anything was the fact that lately they've been having different threats and different incidents with officers, with officer involved shootings.
That's what I'm saying.
So he didn't want to take a chance.
To be honest, he should have went to the police station if he knew they were following him.
I told him,
then that way, if he got out, there would have been backup coming out to help him.
Well, I told him as soon as you knew they were following you, I would have made the turn, and I'd have flipped my lights on.
Oh yeah, and I called it in and said, "Hey, I got a car following me." Well, if anything, let him follow you. Let him follow you around.
In his jurisdiction, but he could have called Mandeville police and Mandeville and St. Tammany police. This is a small little place. When you get called, a police get called, 6-7 cars show up. That's how it works.
Because they don't have nothing else to do.
Nothing else to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying is what he should have done is called them and either just what I would have done is called them in and just kept cruising like you didn't realize they were following you. And wait till the cops get up behind them and then flip around. Because then you'd had a full-on chase.
Yep.
Well, that kind of made me nervous when he told me he went back to his house. I was like, I wouldn't have done that.
Well, I questioned him about that. He said that he pulled into the complex, but then instead of coming back with Wheel, he went the other way.
Okay.
I said, yeah, but you didn't think the police cars parked back here.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that though. I definitely would have either cruised them around in circles for a little bit while other people showed up, or I would have pulled into a police station.
Well, he had a real good description on both of them. He was able to get that.
What's up, Mike? How's it going, man?
Hey, Night Train.
But he's since he got his new unit, he's had 4 major arrests. 4 felony
Nice.
arrests. And the one other night that it made me laugh more than anything was he was sitting at a light, and a guy comes up on a bicycle, and he's watching him, and he's driving down a major highway. The guy's on a bicycle on the side, and there's no headlight on the bike, and he goes through the red light. So Justin pulled him over, and Justin pulls him over, and the guy's got a bag of food and everything, and he says, "Look," he said, "you know, you got to have a headlight on even though it's a bicycle, you have a headlight at night and a tail light." He said, "So," and he said, then you went through a light, so technically you have to stop too." So he was being
just
nice
like
to
a
him.
Car, yeah.
Right. And he told him, and the guy said, he said, "Let me get your ID and everything. I'm gonna run your name," like that. Make sure you're okay. And all this is okay. He said, "Look, I got a bag." He said, "I got a couple of hot dogs in here. Can I just go ahead and eat?" And Justin says, "Yeah, go ahead." So they call for another unit, backs him up all the time. So another unit's out there. So when they pulled up, he had 3 warrants out of Jefferson Parish, felony warrants. So he looks over at the guy, and the guy's just eating his hot dogs. He walks up to him, and the body cam was hilarious. He said, "Dude, frankly, I got to tell you something. Relish the time you got right now eating those hot dogs, because they got to bring you to jail tonight on those 3 warrants."
Oh yeah,
And
you told me about that. Yeah, that was funny.
And the guy starts laughing. He says, "Yeah, that's why I want to eat now, because I figured I was going to jail tonight."
Well, that's what's so funny too, dude, is these criminals know that they're wanted. I mean, they all want to play stupid, like they don't know that they missed court and they have a warrant out for their arrest. It's common fucking sense. But yet they'll drive a car with the headlight out on it, knowing that that's going to put some kind of target on their back from the cops wanting to pull them over. And it's like, dude, that's so stupid.
Well, they make major drug arrests on Interstate 12. That's only about a mile from me all the time. And it's because the people are going drug running from Houston to Florida. And instead of driving the speed limit, they're going 85 and 90 miles an hour.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's like you think you would be paying attention. You'd have a guy in the passenger seat watching, making sure you're following the road rules. Like you think you'd be on your head on a swivel. No, it's just like that car that I saw body cam footage. It got pulled over and had a mom and son in it. And they got pulled over for doing like 100 down the freeway and had like fucking $100,000 worth of like fentanyl pills and shit in the car. I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking? And then the guy that pulled him over was actually, he was local police, but he was part of a federal task force. And so all these guys started showing up, and they took him off to like this hotel or whatever. And then they started discussing, well, we want who gave you the pills. So they started giving this dude a deal, like right on the spot, like, dude, we'll let you walk, but we want good intel. And if we get the person, then you'll be able to walk. And yeah,
he got a woman. I think it might not have been this week, but it might have been last week. He had dropped off somebody at the hospital. They got police. They keep a police officer at the hospital to lock him up if they have to. So the guy was under arrest, but he had to be checked out at the hospital. So Justin drops him off, and the other police officer takes custody of it. Justin comes out and he's sitting in a police car writing down everything and doing everything. And he looks up and they got a woman walking across the parking lot. She's just in a hospital robe. She's got a little bag under arm, and she's got like the slippers on from the hospital. So he's looking at her, and she's walking crossing the street, leaving the hospital. So he looks at her and he says, well, something's wrong here. This just is not right. He went over and pulled over by and said, what's going on? Come here. She says, well, I got released from the hospital. I'm going home. She lived about 5 miles. She was walking home, right? And she's still in a hospital gown and everything else. And he starts talking to her, and nothing's matching up like this. So he detains her, gets another unit out, and they start checking, and they run her name and everything. She's got 3 warrants out of Franklinton, and they were checking her at the hospital, and they were looking for her because one of the police officers in the hospital had run her and found out she had warrants. So when she heard it, she was leaving. So he wound up arresting her out and bringing her to jail. You know,
she didn't even get dressed. She just grabbed her shit and ran.
Yeah, and he said that's what made it suspicious. So they got a wheelchair and everything, put in a wheelchair and wheelchair to enter the jail, right? And they were laughing at Justin. They said, "Oh, you bring everybody in here. You got them in wheelchairs and everything." He said, "I'm only doing my job." But
And that's true,
his
Mike.
crew,
That's what they make
Yeah,
cruise control for.
his shift right now, night shift, there's shift 2, have the most arrests this year than any other shift.
I mean, I want to say good job, but it's like at the same time, it's like Jesus Christ.
Oh
And
no,
it's,
and it's stupid stuff.
yeah, it's exactly right. Stupid is as stupid does. I love watching body cam footage. It's just like that guy we watched last night, the one that ran
Right.
to the parade. I'm a jackass.
The one footage I want to see from the UK is the guy that robbed the bank and he ran out the door, round the corner, saw the police, so dived in through another door. He actually went straight back into the bank.
Yeah. It's funny.
Or it's like the ones that there was one a few years back where this dude tried to go into a police station and rob because the police station in this area, they would have you go in and pay your tickets at the front desk there. So the guy goes in knowing that it's a cash, they got a lot of cash in there, knows it's a police station and goes in there and tries to rob the police station. I was like, what a jackass. Next thing you know, there's like 20 cops come rolling out of all the doors from the side. Like, dude, how stupid could you be?
It's like that one I think it was in London, I think, and he actually robbed the bank, got away with it until he put all the money into his bank account with that bank.
Yeah, people are dumb, dude. I watched one the other day. A guy got busted. He was inside of a bank trying to get the bank to write him a bad check, or he was trying to cash a bad check. They found this dude had like 25 different IDs from different states with his face on it with different names. I was like, good God, dude. I was like, this dude's in trouble. They went to go arrest the car that the other guys were sitting in. They took off and threw the little baggie out the window in the parking lot of the bank, and the car took off. The other cops went to chase them, and they picked the baggie up, and it just had this stack of IDs with the guy's face on it. I was like, holy shit. What's up, Sunstar? Yeah, it's my bedside nurse, Mike. She checks my blood pressure. She stays on top of me. She checks my blood pressure at least every couple hours. I have to submit to a blood pressure cup test from her. Yeah.
The worst time to have high blood pressure is in the morning.
One of today's blood pressure? Yeah. Okay, his blood pressure was 111.
Well, I bet you didn't know this. 90% of strokes and heart attacks happen between the hours of 7 a.m. and 12 p.m.
Sure. 99 over 71, and my pulse was 98.
Okay. Daddy's blood pressure. Let me see his log.
Okay. Coming. I'm the only nurse here. Someone needs to can come to me. So you can fight. Okay.
It's something to do with your body being relaxed while you're asleep, and then you wake up and you suddenly go stressed, which triggers it off.
Did you see that guy that tripped the criminal and the cops were chasing him?
A brave grandpa trips an armed suspect
Boom.
fleeing cops. Dramatic body camera footage shows police chasing the suspect outside a library in Columbus, Ohio.
That guy was so slick with it too.
Just then, a quick-thinking grandfather with a cane literally steps in to trip the man. That's the end of that chase. Talk about fancy footwork.
You're lucky you got that gun, man. Boy, you almost.
That would totally been Joe right there. Just,
I would have hit him with the cane.
He just clotheslined him with the cane.
And I knocked his ass out. I tell you, I had an incident in EMS where there were two guys that lived together. I'll leave it like that. And they got in an argument and one stabbed the other one. So we're at the scene, and it wasn't a bad stabbing. He wasn't even going to the hospital. It was just he was cut, you know. So they were looking for him, and they found him, and they were chasing him around the apartment complex. So I'm standing in the doorway, and the guy comes running down the hall, and he's got the knife still in his hand. Now the police are still chasing him. They lost him. So he's coming down the hall, and they said, "You think he's coming down the hall?" I said, "Yeah, here he comes." So the police officer in the room, he's taking his gun out, and I said, "I got him." Like I said, "I got him." As he got near me, I had a 5-cell mag light right across his teeth, right, you know, put him down. He wound up going to the hospital. I just popped him. Pow! It was self-defense. He had a knife in his hand. I had something to send to you. Gotta find out where it's at.
Oh,
I was gonna send it to y'all tonight. Where is it? Hold on. Here it is. At the game the other night. Let me get you. Okay, and he let me send it to you. I'm gonna have to get it to you some kind of way. Hold on. Yeah, it's too big to send to you.
On traffic.
Now at the game the other night, I'm getting ready to shoot the pictures of them coming out the tunnel. And one of the parents decides to get over there. Right in the beginning of it, right in the front of the tunnel to take pictures. So I'm standing there, and I'm standing in between all the spinnakers, the girls. And I said, "Who the heck is that person over there?" And they turn around, looked at it, and they tell me who he is. And I said, "Well, he doesn't realize he's about to be run over." Like that. I said, they're gonna bust him up because of where he was. And the girl next to him is talking to him, and I'm looking over, and I said, "You really want to watch?" They were doing their routine when they come out, so she couldn't see it. I said, "But I sure hope he gets this on video," because he was taking a video with his phone. It must have been about the third row of people. Number 52 come run head on into him.
Oh wow!
I mean, completely into him. Camera on the ground, everything. I didn't even see him get hit. I knew he because it was all around. You can't get that close to him. You got to be a little further back.
Right.
You know, but I put on there. This is why you leave the photography to the professionals. You know. It says it's over 25 megabytes. I'm gonna have to cut it down and send it to you. Though.
Yeah, whenever you get it, just send it to me.
It says
the best incident at a sports venue I'd been at was one of my friends. She had a crush on the Preston goalkeeper, and she was actually a steward. She was stood with her back to the pitch, and I said, "Well, one day I'll ask him for a date for you." She was like, "Don't you ever dare! Don't you ever dare!" Then all of a sudden, she got whacked in the back of the head with a ball. And he come running over. It was him that kicked it. So I took the opportunity and asked him out on a date for her. She was going absolutely nuts.
Damn, how long you been playing for, David? Jesus.
I had a break for a couple of hours.
I was gonna say because you were playing at like 10, 11 o'clock this morning, weren't you? Well, our time you were. That was
Yeah,
about-
just after Paul finished this morning. And then I did 3.5 hour live. Well, live. Yeah, one of them. but buffering. And then I had a break for a few hours, watched a couple of videos, and then reloaded the game. But I'm trying to get these challenges done. Because I hate doing World of Truck contracts.
Barely anything on that.
Welcome back, Paul. That's something going across the camera.
So they shut down the Brooklyn Bridge again today.
For what?
Winds.
Pro-Palestinian
Oh, yeah, I
protest.
saw that stupid shit going on.
They had it in New Orleans last week by Tulane University, and a lot of people out watching it. And a pickup truck, a guy in the back of the pickup truck takes a Israeli flag and started to burn it, and all hell broke loose.
I don't know why they're even protesting because it ain't gonna make no difference.
Well,
It's
first
absolutely
off-
not gonna make any difference.
First off, the people that are doing these protests are making threats, so they need to crack down on that too.
Yeah, you start inciting violence and doing your speech, and you're no longer protected.
Yeah, you're no longer you're doing hate crimes.
That's the only thing that free speech doesn't cover is inciting violence. But that's what I'm saying is like, I don't even know why they're even bothering because they ain't going to change the U.S. government's mind. And
well, not.
I mean, so I don't even know why they're even bothering because you're just wasting your time. I'm sorry.
Well,
you're literally wasting your time.
Yeah, but the problem is you're not seeing the bigger picture because now most countries have, called for a ceasefire. There's only UK, America, and Israel that hasn't.
Yeah, but America's the main one that's involved in all this, so it doesn't really matter. The U.S. government really does not give a shit what any other country thinks. They don't. When it comes down to it, they don't give a crap. They could care less if the entire world says, "Oh, we don't want to do it." They'll still do it if they want to. But what I'm saying is the whole point is the protests aren't going to change anything. Everything's still going to go that way. These people are literally wasting their life away protesting because that ain't going to change anything. Because the people that are out there protesting are a very small portion of the entire population. The rest of the population is either doesn't care about the whole situation at all, they could care less, or they're on the other side and they don't feel like they need to protest because the government's already supporting their viewpoint on it. So I really think these people, not to say that they shouldn't be allowed to be out there protesting if they're doing it peacefully and doing it the correct way and everything. But as far as, is it going to change anything? No.
I think that's the same with all protests, though. But you've got to have your freedom of speech and all that crap.
I see you're talking about the world ignorance, huh?
Yep.
The sad part is, do you ever hear any of those protesters ask the basic question, why has Israel been under attack by Hamas and all these other things for years? This isn't new. They've just escalated it.
It's an ongoing issue that, two rights don't make a wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right. Yeah. I
Well,
think
let me ask you something. If your neighbors came over and started attacking your house, would you have the right to defend yourself?
actually in the UK, no.
Well, I don't get that, but
what I'm saying is you have a right to defend.
What you say?
Yeah. It's how you defend. You know, I think there's a lot of Palestinians, a hell of a lot, that do not agree with Hamas. Yeah. I would say the vast majority don't.
But do you hear them
They
out there?
are.
Do you have to hear them speaking against Hamas?
But they can't. That's the
No.
point. Because if they do, they're a victim. You know? It's
So in other words, you keep your mouth shut. You keep your mouth shut, or you're going to be killed, right?
exactly. You know, and unfortunately, it's the way of the world, isn't it? Same in Russia, you know. The vast majority of Russians do not agree with the war in Ukraine because they're attacking their own families, in a sense, and they can't speak up because if they do, they're arrested and jailed.
Well, I think the vast majority of the population in the U.S. honestly just doesn't care because it's not affecting their day-to-day life. They don't give a shit. They're going to the grocery store. They're going to their kid's soccer game. They're going here. They're going to work. They don't give a crap. War has
Let
become.
somebody.
Do what? Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
I said, let somebody come run through that door. It's only about 4 feet from me. And if I don't have my gun next to me, I got this.
But the thing is, too, is like most Americans, to be honest with you, don't really pay attention when we're in a conflict anyway, because we've become so numb to war over the decades because we've been at perpetual war since World War II and even before that.
Yep.
We
And
don't
one
even
of the-
think about it.
Yeah, but one of the biggest issues is the media. The media coverage of this war has been shockingly poor. Yeah, because they're not. They're talking about what's going on in Gaza. Yeah, and they're talking about what goes on in Israel, but they're not actually saying what's happening to the Hamas. They're not saying it, are they? They're not. Yeah. So you've got the two victims of this war, and yet the perpetrators are just being ignored.
Well, and then the friction of war for a lot of U.S. citizens isn't really there anymore. I mean, you got bases all over the world. The U.S. has stockpiles of weapons all over the world. So it's super easy for them to kick off a war without having to, convince anybody of it. They don't have to come back to the American people and convince them.
Yeah, but
of
you've
it.
got the other side of it as well. I mean, I don't know if this is true, but they say that most American presidents have at some point been in conflict and been in war.
Oh, it's 100% true. There's a lot of, if you go back and look at the last 30 presidents, almost there'd probably be a couple that haven't kicked off some kind of conflict. I mean, that's why I said the U.S. is, and this is where I always say the U.S.'s experience with war is way different than any other country in the world, because we've been at perpetual war for the last 80, 90 years, just nonstop. I mean, we rarely have a time period where we go more than a couple years without getting involved in something.
Yeah.
And so whether it's a peacekeeping operation or we get in the middle of a civil war between a country, or just like Ukraine, it's more of a proxy war at this point, but still. I mean, it's we're always involved in something. But I mean, in the background too, I mean, a lot of the U.S. allies are involved in a way too. I mean, whether it's they're providing intelligence or anything like that. I mean, they're going to be involved in some way or another.
I think what's changed over here in the UK was the last Iraq war that toppled Saddam Hussein. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
it had
and
to
you don't.
happen.
Yeah, but you don't know neither, too. Like,
No,
they're
but that
convinced.
war was going to happen whether we liked it or not. It's only a matter of time. It's just that, unfortunately, Bush and what's his freaking name, Blair, they went in on the false pretenses. Yeah, there was lots of reasons to go in, and yet they picked the freaking wrong one.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole weapons of mass destruction, argument.
Yeah, they just picked the wrong freaking thing. And unfortunately, toppling Saddam has actually destabilized the region. You know, you wouldn't think it, but a dictator can stabilize an area.
Tim said Biden's biggest hurdle as president is trying to make it up a flight of stairs.
That is very true.
You do have a point.
Oh, God.
I think you may have him for another 4 years.
No, we're not going to do that.
I'm
America.
not going to even speculate on that yet because it's way too early. It seems like I've seen. It's hard to tell because I've seen a lot of. There's a handful of YouTube channels that used to be more leftists that I've been watching over the last few years, and then they've kind of went the other direction because of how bad our economy's been screwed up over the last couple of years. I mean, with inflation and all that.
Yeah, but that is not an American problem. That is a world problem.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I
mean,
laugh when people are like, I'll see these people arguing like on these YouTube channels and they're from other countries and they're like, oh, we're over here laughing at you at the US. And I'm like, what for? Because your government's doing the same stupid crap. You're going through the same crap we are.
It was like the banking crisis that got rid of the Labour government, 2009. You know, everyone was like, oh, God, it's a British thing because a lot of British banks failed. It actually turned out it started off in America.
I don't know.
And there was nothing the British government could have done about it.
Is that good or bad, Joe?
Well, the top one's good. The top one's okay, but you can see the other two, how they were reacting.
I just don't know if that's, I don't know what I'm looking at there. So
yeah, the top one's okay. That's a normal. The other two that were inconclusive, it was doing arbitrary. You ought to see the one from last night. The one from last night was going like this.
Oh, wow.
It wouldn't even take it last night. Oh, this was Friday night, actually.
Yeah, it's going to be at most you can do 2 4-year terms. He's got none. This next year will be the election, 2024, coming up. So be close to the end of the year of next year.
Yeah, don't they announce it? They do your election in November and then the president takes over in January, I think.
Yeah. They officially will win, but they're not officially sworn in as president until January.
Yeah.
But once they do win in November, they do get now referred to as Mr. President or Mrs. President, whatever it might be.
I thought it was president-elect.
Well, they'll say president-elect, but you still get the president title. Is what I'm saying. They'll say president-elect. All right, I gotta jump off here, guys. I'll see you later.
Don't forget to give the host back.
Oh yeah. I almost hit end.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It would have been like Paul. I'll see y'all.
I did that a couple weeks ago. I was host and I completely forgot. And I was like, I'll see you later. And I ended the live stream.
Look at that one all over the place.
Oh yeah. That's way different looking.
Yeah, that was Friday night.
All right. Well, y'all have a good night, Joe. Go get checked out, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I'm just waiting.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me know. Message me. Let me know how it's going. All right. See y'all later.
Okay.
Yeah, catch you later.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump off too.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to close her down.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you very much, everybody.
Hey, everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see all of you again next time.
I'll see you tomorrow, Paul. 1 hour early.
Okay, hour earlier tomorrow.
Yep.
Okay.
Later.
Let us know, Joe, how it goes.
I will.
Yeah, good luck, Joe. Stay safe.
Yep. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody in the chat.